if we start at the very beginning of the insurance value chain, as it's called, right? Like you're going to get a quote for a car insurance, for example, Liz. Like you're going to go online and fill out an application form to get a quote for car insurance policy. Well, already right there, the insurance industry or the insurance company is starting the data journey with you, right? Because there are services like a company called Formotive that use machine learning on these forms, online application forms, to collect what they call thousands of behavioral insights about you. So these are things like your mouse movement on an application form. They're collecting data about that. If you if you type an answer into a field on the application form and then you delete it later, go back and change it, well, that's made note of, right? Like, so whatever you type into the field, whatever you change, whatever you submit, all of those things are compared with each other, right? Like they are collecting all of this information. They're looking at your cookies and things like that to maybe try to get a sense of your browsing history before going to the application form.
They can see that I've Googled. Wait, what was it that Hunter Biden Googled? Girl, woman. He just Googled woman, naked girl a bunch of times. Wait, what? And are they just collecting that data, or is that because I mean, all right. So for instance, Liz's frantic, nervous mouse movement when she's filling out this form because she doesn't know. Right? She doesn't know. And so she's frantically moving and circling things, etc. What possible insight could they gain from that?
Well, so a big thing that they're trying to gain from that in particular, and this company Formative I mentioned that sells this kind of machine learning system for collecting and analyzing this data, they call it a digital polygraph, which I love because like we know polygraphs are pseudoscience, lie detector
and they do not work. They do not work.
But what if they did if they were digital?
Yeah, right. And I love it when people say the quiet part loud here, where they just make explicit reference to their technology being a pseudoscience. And then you have major insurers like Geico and others using these services and being like, well, works for us, like pseudoscience. Hey, as long as it's profitable, right?
Because that it reminds me so much of that when people are like, I'm doing body language analysis, or like this person's
that's a real science.
I will say that is a real science in the sense that astrology is a real science, if you catch my meaning.
I almost said that exact same thing, but probably the opposite meaning.
But I mean, Jathan, you sound. I mean, that's correct. It sounds like bullshit, right? Because like you don't actually have context why it's just somebody. Maybe my beautiful child is moving my mouse, and I'm simply I've got the Neuralink in, and I'm actually scrolling with my mind. It seems like it's just bullshit data, like which so much of data is, right? Like all of the insights that they glean from like all of the endless amounts of data is just like the insights are fake, like bullshitted heavily. I mean, that has to be the case with this, right? Like there's no possible way you could gain any actual valuable insight from somebody, doing what I do, which is a highlight and then unhighlight text while you're reading it.
Well, I mean, you might gain valuable insight in the sense that you gain profitable insight, right? And it's funny you mentioned like the body language, because the same company also calls their thing, they say that they analyze, quote, thousands of behavioral cues or someone's, quote unquote, digital body language. So they also call it digital body language as well as digital polygraph. So they're hitting all the notes of like, this is a, digital astrology or whatever, right?